Dear Diarrhea, diary full of shit. Just play along, me, myself, and I. No one else. Yo, yo, I'm so legit. All of my harem of hoes patiently waiting for Big Daddy Papa Bear to get his act together. Some of them so much they've even taken themselves off the market. I call them placeholders. Like Bob's, for example, she's probably going to end up getting married to Milo pretty soon. Talk about dedication. Yeah. But, fuck, I was like, excuse me. Nah, you're just a pathetic fucking loser. That's all you is. But, yeah, this morning at about 3 o'clock, there was no pain. I thought, well, shit, we're free and clear. I thought it was going to improve by 50 to 75%, not 100. I stopped using that numbing gel because it would numb the outside of my gums, but it would still hurt on the inside. So it was a weird feeling that I didn't really like all that much. It's like the pain was still there. I guess that's made for less severe dental shit, or maybe cold sores or whatever. But at about 6 o'clock, it started hurting again. And it's swollen. It's kind of going down now a little bit. And like I said, I made it through the whole night, you know. You know, it was, you know, somewhat, the pain level went down to like, a 3 or 4 when I went to bed, after I just sort of calmed down, stopped moving a little bit. And actually it was good there for a while, just as long as I moved slow. Because you know how it is, dear online family friends, when you get a dentist thing, it's like, you get this spot on your face that's, fucked up. And, the inside of your, like I said, it's the roots, it's a shitty feeling. But this morning it got worse. It's still swollen, but it's going down a little bit. So I don't know what's happening. I'm not as much cold and tired with the chills. So maybe that was a separate deal on top of the tooth. Maybe it was tooth caused, I don't know. But anyway, I made a couple calls, and it turns out it's a lot of these highfalutin dentist places, are a week out even for the fucking initial appointment. So fuck that, That's like saying I broke my leg, I can't, but the emergency room, can't see you for a week. But there's this place that will take me, but I wanted to, so I have an appointment, but unfortunately there's 2 doctors there. One of them has 5 years experience, he's been in practice. The other has 1. Now they're both Asian, so no doubt they graduated at the top of their class, but they've got 7 Yelp reviews. I don't know how accurate those are, but they're all, 5. This other place had like 500 Yelp reviews, and their stars were 4.9, so that's obviously phenomenal. They're accurate. But yeah, the pain has kind of switched over a little bit. It's not so much, the pain. It's the swelling and discomfort of that. So the pain is probably, as of right now, it's probably only, like I said, as long as I don't, drop down and start doing push-ups or, exert myself or move my mouth too much, I'd say a 1, because I'm talking right now, so. I am going to take another hot shower because I like the way that makes me feel. Just standing in there and I'll kind of hold my lip under the hot water. And like I said, no more numbing gel. I'll keep taking Tylenol throughout the day. You're allowed to take 2 every 6 hours. And that's it. If I get a little too agitated, it acts up for whatever reason, I'll use an ice pack, which kind of calms it down. But so I called work, and number one, I need to update my CDL. I think I need to be there on purpose, so they can get that done, and then they'll put a load on me. It's nice when you're like preloaded. See, if you just show up, most likely you're going to get, a Denver Metro and back, and then they'll give you a decent run. But if it's your first load out, they know that, so they'll just give you a nice, Billings or Utah run just out the gate, you know what I mean? But, whatever. Plus, if it's my long week, my first day out is usually it always is on a Sunday. So the traffic isn't as atrocious. And the traffic that is on the road, they're not getting on the interstate. They're just going to, Home Depot for their Weekend Warrior projects and shit. So it's all on the secondary roads, or what they would call it. The parking lot will be busier on the weekend at, whatever store you're going to. Hardware store, department store, whatever, but the highways or interstates are less congested. So I took I don't have any PTO or safety days, so today's my second sick day. My first one was yesterday, and the guy said, to cover my ass, I'll just take a leave of absence, which is something I can do over the phone to make sure that I'm all legit. Because, I work for a big corporation, so they need to dot all the I's and cross all the T's, and if you fuck up, well, if they did it for you, they'd have to do it for everybody, so if you break the rules and, you need to be fired, they're going to fire you. That's where my last company, I should have been fired. I was on like strike 5. And they were like, look, you're just so amazing. So they had me go into the office there and kind of do some shit. What's his name said, super dude, I sincerely like you. And he shook my hand and he said, please don't make me fire you. One guy said, super dude, or whatever the hell. I don't know. I think I was joking around about being a subpar employee, and he's all, I wish we had 100 more just like you. And I think he meant it. So, and all that stuff, I'm not going to re-talk about that stuff. I've had places where if I showed up, and they probably would have asked me to leave. The one place I did show up, it's just the one guy wasn't there. What's her name? Had a look on her face like, oh my God, I can't believe you're here. But, I would have been respectful, I would have been a punk or anything, but she was dragging her feet. And there was other ways around that, but she was just being dramatic, so I just decided to show up. But, other places, people have said, is there anything I can say or do to make you change your mind? Or, oh, no, you were one of the good ones. Well, if you change your mind, let me know. I'll make room for you. One guy said, well, if you ever want to make, $100 or so in a day, if I got a truck available, I'll put you in it. I don't know how that would have happened with taxes, but that's the guy that ran those pimped out trucks. I worked for several companies that had pimped out trucks with all the extended chrome gauges and switches. And he had, it was a day cab. It was a Peterbilt, long nose Pete, with dual stacks, one beside either door, but they didn't have mufflers. So the Jake brake was nice, and even just hitting the gas, that nice. And it was, it wasn't a drive-by-wire truck, and it's an 18-speed, so I could keep them RPMs up, come up on that stoplight. This is the point where I usually do an impression. Because these days the Jake brake sounds like this. Ooh, I'm a pussy. Whatever. But I have driven several trucks where the Jake brake sounded like this. So I felt like a hot rod and hot dogging motherfucker. 20 goddamn years old, making 700, 800 bucks a week, throwing them gears, baby. Rock hauler, grossing out at, 79,885 pounds. Woo! Yeah, I was king of the world, ma, king of the world. Now I do not like my job. I don't. I like the pay. I like the schedule, but that's not working out for me, so I'm going to have to switch that. But anyway, for all of those out there who are, concerned. So the only problem is, they said it would only take about an hour, so I'm assuming it's local anesthetic because my blood pressure, I'm assuming, is going to be falsely raised due to drinking. Because, of course, I got it down to below the medication line. Got home and it's like, well, I'm in the free and clear. I wasn't expecting this tooth thing. So if it's general anesthetic where they put you out, then that's bad if your blood pressure's high. If it's local, I'm not so sure. I don't know how that would work, but we shall see. Because they said they might be able to get me in today. If not, I'm going to go ahead and commit, even if it's like a week out. But this other place that I called, I just called one place. I kind of looked around, right? So I'm like, well, this place looks fancy and shit. They got all these reviews. Dude, it's Friday, February 9th before they could even get me in to take x-rays. This place is like, well, we can get you in at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Sounds like their only spots are 2 or 3, right? So I may have lucked out there. And they might be able to get me done today. We'll just play it by ear, so whatever. And, I might just go ahead and stay on leave of absence for as long as I need to. Because I won't be sleeping very well, if I'm uncomfortable, right? So, anyway. So the game has changed, and I just decided, because like I said, this morning there was no pain, and right now, I'm much better. I just decided, man, practice what you preach. Start demonstrating that you can be a functioning adult in this world. And then after you start doing that, then start being an awesome adult in this world. Have a good day.